Good morning, students. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to walk you through today's learning today. So today is about observing reactions. So what we're going to first do is lay down some information. We're going to open up our Amplified notebook and we're going to add some vocabulary terms. Then after that, we're going to review a little bit the paragraph that I asked you to write in terms of looking at slides 14 and 15, which has to deal with Westfield and their water. Lastly, we're going to look at our Chapter 2 question and key concept number 5. And the remaining part of class will be the fire extinguisher lab. And I forgot to mention there's also a quiz today, a little mini quiz, all right, just to see the progress of your learning. So you're going to open up your Amplify notebook. Okay, so it should be a Google Slides that you have bookmarked into your web browser, okay? If not, you're gonna have to go through your Google Classroom to find the assignment Amplify Chemical Reactions notebook and open it up that way, all right? So we have a couple of vocabulary terms we're going to review today and look at. One of them is chemical reactions, which is the process in which atoms rearrange to form new substances. Model, an object diagram or computer program that helps us understand something simpler or easier to see. Product, which is the end substance that is made during a chemical reaction. And lastly, reactants, which I think my little bubble here with me is blocking, but that's the starting substance that is part of a chemical reaction. So what I would like you to do is, if you're working from home, pause this video and type in the definitions for each of those terms. All right, so moving on, I'm going to hop to, I'm going to hop around between slides. So just a reminder that the people of Westfield, their water is kind of this gross, nasty, brown, reddish water here with substances in it. All right, so we've been exploring the differences between all three substances, the pipes, the fertilizer, and the brown substance. What we should have come to an understanding is that all three substances, the iron pipes, the fertilizer, and the rest, they're all have different properties, which are things that we can see and make observations about. So their color, what they look like at room temperature, that their molecules look like crystalline structures, okay? And then a new thing that you should have added into your paragraphs is not only do they all have different properties, but they're all made up of different groups of repeating atoms, which makes them all different substances. So the iron pipes are all made up of iron atoms. So it's just nothing but repetitive iron atoms. The fertilizer is made up of nothing but sodium nitrate, okay? So several of these NaNO3 molecules right here, okay, that's sodium nitrate. Oh, sorry. And then the rust, which we now find is in the water. So it's rust, a completely new substance, which is made up of iron oxide. So 2 iron atoms and 3 oxygen atoms is what's in the water. Okay, so it's this whole new substance. So when I look at which, based on the evidence, which claim about the reddish brown substance is best supported, and I apologize for all the typos. We were kind of rushing to make this notebook at the beginning of the year. Which claim is the best? It should have been claim 3. So you should have written your paragraphs about claim 3, that the reddish brown substance is not the same as either the fertilizer or the substance that makes up the pipe. It's a whole new substance, all right? So that kind of leads us, now that we've identified that the mystery substance is rust, that leads us into our next Chapter 2 question, which is, how did the rust form? Okay, we need to be able to explain not only that the material in the water is rust, but we also have to explain how it came to be. So we're going to be investigating that today, and we're going to start with key concept 5, which is, during a reaction, one or more starting substances, which are called reactants, change into one or more different substances, which are called products. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to pause this video, and I want you to type in the Chapter 2 question and key concept 5 on this slide, which should be slide 16 on your Amplify notebook. All right, so after that, we're going to actually do a little investigation of reactions. So I have here the fire extinguisher lab, and we're going to conduct this experiment to use proper safety procedures and to identify characteristics of a chemical reaction. So we will be doing this in class. So I'll lead you through the equation here. We'll talk about where the reactants are, what this arrow means, the products, and then you'll make some observations about the two substances we're using, sodium bicarbonate and acetic acid. And then we will test the material together, and you will pour this invisible gas that's being made over a candle, and you'll see if that you'll see whether or not the gas is flammable and whether it'll extinguish the candle flame or not. And it's also good to see how well your lab procedure is on top of it. Okay, and then you'll answer the questions down below. The last little bit of class, I'll probably designate like 10 or so minutes, will be to do this mini quiz right here. And it's just a little quick review, 10 points is all, to see how well you're learning, how well you're keeping up with not only the in-class instruction, but also the instruction at home. If you are working from home, you can do this lab at home. All you need is a little bit of baking soda and vinegar, and I will walk you through doing the lab at home in my next video. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in class. Bye.